Hi everyone, I wanted to make a quick video for you to show you how to complete your first assignment or your first project for music production. This is the SoundTrap Basics project, and it's meant to help you create your first song mainly using loops. Throughout this project, you're going to demonstrate your understanding of the elements of music that we've talked about in class, which is drum beat, bass line, harmony, melody, and form. Now I'm hoping that you've read through most of this assignment here, but we're just going to walk through these steps here, maybe not in this order, but we're going to show you how to complete this assignment and submit it online. Okay, so just look in here, it says create a song at least 32 measures long using SoundTrap. You may use loops. It says determine your key and tempo. We're going to do those a little later. And it says create a track using an instrument and label it form. This track label form for your piece using the alpha system. Okay, that's going to be A, B, C, so on. All right, and each track must be renamed to have a label for its elements of music. Also, the song must contain at least 3 different tracks, and that is not including the form track. So let's get started, and we're going to start with the form of the piece. So let's do this. We're going to add a new track, and if we're doing form, let's just go over here to piano and keyboards. We're going to select out of that because remember, if it's a form track, there's no sound and we don't have to worry about it. All right, we're going to do this, and they said the song needs to be 32 bars or measures long. So let's go all the way to the end of 32. So it's going to butt up to 33, just like that. Okay, and the next thing that we're going to do, let's zoom out just so it's easy to see this here. The next thing we're going to do is split the regions because we need 3 different, well, it's 32 bars, but the most common lengths of sections are either 4 measures or 8 measures, sometimes a little longer, but in our case, we're going to use 8 measure sequences. So if that's the case, we're going to have 4 different sections of 8 measures. Okay, so here is the first one. We're just going to use Command E to split it. Okay, here is the second one. Here is, might have miscounted. Let's do a little math on that. We're going to go here, split it. Sorry for the delay there. And then this last section. So now we have 4 different sections, and I'm just going to use the form AABA. That is a really common form in music, and I would suggest that you guys use the same thing. So we're going to zoom in a little bit here, and we're just going to go here to edit. Let's edit name, and we're just going to put in A. And we're going to go here, and we're going to do the same exact thing. A. Now remember the middle one, well not middle, but the next one is going to be B, and that's different. And then the last one is A. So at this time, we have fulfilled the form requirement, and we're going to come over here and rename this, just form. Now before I go on and do anything, I want to come up here and hit save. That is the first thing we need to do. We need to save early and save often. You do not want to lose your group, lose all of your work, and then have to start over, especially if your computer dies or something like that. So we said we needed 3 tracks, and I think what I would like to start with is the drum track. So I'm going to come over here to the loops icon, and I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm just going to type in drums. Okay, and we're just going to go down and see. Let's listen to this one. That's really fast. You know what? I don't like that fast of a tempo. Let's come down here and select 90. Let's hear what that sounds like. That feels a lot better. Now I'm going to move quickly through this assignment, so let's just drop that in right here. And now the nice thing is our drum beat for the A section is completed. Okay, so we're going to add a new track. Okay, let's actually not do that. We're going to come back here to the loops, and let's go to bass, and let's hear what we can find for bass. I'm just going to scroll through here really quick and see what comes up. And down here. Let's see what this one sounds like. Let's see what this one is like. Yeah, I can dig that one. Let's do it. So let's drop that. We're going to move it over a little bit so it starts at 1. Okay, now let's hear these guys together. Turn that down a little bit. Perfect. Those are going to work. We're going to rewind back to the beginning. So right now we have, and while we're at it, we're going to do this anthem. We're going to call it drums. Okay, then we're going to call this bounce, because that's what it is, and it's bass line. And we have successfully renamed those first 2 tracks. So now let's come over here and we are going to find a melody or like a chordal instrument. So piano, and let's see what we can come up with. Yeah, that'll work. So let's drop that in right here. Okay, and it still feels a little fast. Okay, and I'm going to select D minor because it is minor. Okay, we're going to adjust that and make sure that all of these are adjusted. But now we have, oh, we do not want to, I just saw that that was in the wrong key. So let's transpose that to D minor. I'm not sure why it says E flat, but let's see what this sounds like now. We have all 3 elements. Yeah, it's gonna work. Perfect. Okay, so let's drag this back to the beginning. And what I would like to do is select all 3 of these, and we're going to copy it. Now let's bring this cursor here. And we got to unselect this. Make sure it starts at 9. It says can't paste. Okay, so we will do that. Or, oh, there, we're good to go. So you can see now that A here and A here are exactly the same. And then we can come over here and paste that as well. So now if I zoomed out for you, let's get rid of this loops tab here. If I zoomed out, you can see that we have almost the entire song done. We have A section, we have not done the B section, and then we have the last A section. So let's zoom in here. And we're going to work on the B section. Now, getting into the B section, let's hear what we have here for the A section. And I'm going to adjust this tempo in a second, but I might leave it. We'll see what happens. We need something in this B section that is different than the A section. So let's try this. We're going to move this up to 17 here. Let's find the loops. Now, a lot of times, what we're going to try and do is stay with the same type of sound. Okay, so for example, we are using the Anthem drum pack for the drums, and we're going to try and stick with the Anthem drum pack again. We might pick a different beat, but it would be good to use the same type of drums and sound and keep it consistent through the piece. So let's come down here and see what this sounds like. All right, and I'm not really liking that, but let's hear. Yeah, that's different. So let's put that right there, and let's hear what that contrast is. Yeah, it's a little more sparse, and it provides a nice change from the section before. So now we're going to go to the bass, all right? And we are going to select bass, and let's go find the bass we were using before. It was bounce bass. I might have already passed it. There it is. And we were using bounce bass 2, so we are not going to use that. Let's hear what 5. Yeah, let's try that. That's a little more sparse as well. So let's try it, get into it. Yeah, that's a nice change. I like it. Now, let's choose something else for the piano. Maybe like a synth sound where it's a slightly different vibes, maybe more chords. Okay, so let's type in synth chord and let's see what pops up. I don't like that very much. Yeah, that's a cool sound. So let's drop that in. So now let's see what we have getting from the A section to the B section. Very cool. All right, so that'll work. And then it goes back into the last A section. So at this point, your project is done. You just need to hit save, and then it's going to save it. And then let's look back here just to make sure that we've taken care of everything. So we've 32 measures. We have a key. We have a tempo. I can determine what if I want to change that tempo later. We have our form track. We have 3 different tracks, not including the form track. If you wanted to add anything else, you could, and that is fine. For the sake of this video, I am not going to, but I would encourage you guys to mess around with that if you would like to just add some more. And the last thing we do, I forgot to do this, is label this piano. Let's do melody. Let's actually do chords because that's more of what it is. Okay. So back here, we have done that now. And the last thing we would need to do, you can see here, here's the example of how we want you to submit it with your name. So I'm going to come up here, double click, and it says Kaminsky J, Fall 2020, Project 1. So I click away, hit save, and then it is done. And I believe at that point it should submit it back to Google Classroom, or there might be an extra step. We're going to figure that out together. But your project is done. If you would like to, you can always look through this rubric. This is how you're going to be graded and make sure that you have fulfilled all these requirements. But at this point, we're done. And if you have any questions, you can always email me. I'll get back to you. Alrighty, thanks so much and have fun composing. Bye.